I hear 'em chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear 'em chat with the boys, not so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Dress too sharp with the.
After so many months of testing, test mules, spy shots, rumors, renders, and leaked information, Ferrari has just revealed the official first photos of the Ferrari 812 Versione Speciale. The gorgeous successor to the Ferrari F12 TDF is here, and today we'll be looking at all the photos that we have so far about the 812 VS. And also, my birthday is in 2 days, which is on Friday, and my goal before that dateline is 1,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Check out my video where I rendered the 812 VS before it was released, and also check out my video where I'll give y'all everything we need to know on the new Ferrari 812 Versione Speciale. I know you'll love it, and I know you'll love today's video, so if you haven't already, please subscribe down below to help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers before 2 days. In about 3 days, we are actually traveling to a different state to film more supercar content for you guys, and I know you'll love it, so stay tuned. But without further ado, let's jump right into looking at the photos of the 812 Versione Speciale.
This car is gorgeous.
Alright, so the funny thing is that today at 7:30 a.m. I was just waking up as a normal day for school, getting ready to go on a Zoom call, and then I just checked my phone, and then on the Instagram account 812_GTO, he posted this photo on his story about the Ferrari 812 Versione Speciale Aperta. Then I looked at the post, and there were so many screenshots of what the sketches of the 812 Versione Speciale were, but these are only just the sketches of the 812 VS. But now we're going to take a look at the actual photo that was released by Ferrari a few minutes later, and here it is. Take a look at the front of the 812 Versione Speciale. Now I did render this car, and my render did look somewhat similar to this, but we have a similar style front bumper to the Ferrari Pista, which I actually predicted in my video. And again, if you want to check out that video, that will be linked down in the description below. Those intakes near the headlights of the 812 Superfast are actually deleted on this 812 VS, and it looks very much cleaner in my opinion, looks much better. The front splitter and front bumper has a ton of carbon fiber on it, definitely to save as much weight as possible, and there are just so many cuts and lines everywhere on the front bumper. Also, in my rendering video, I predicted that this had very similar side outtakes to the Ferrari F8 Tributo, and this has it too. So I was actually right on that. Alright, now we are taking a bird's eye quarter panel view of the Ferrari 812 Versione Speciale. Now, first thing you'll probably notice is that ginormous outtake near the front hood on the engine, definitely to extract more air coming from that massive 6.5 liter V12. In my video where I show y'all everything we need to know on the 812 Versione Speciale, I talked more about the engine specs about it. But then the second thing you'll probably notice are these fins near the rear deck lid. Now here's a little fact, those fins are actually not intakes as we predicted, they are actually to produce more downforce. It doesn't suck in any air for cooling as we thought it would, but it just has these little panels that direct air upwards, producing more downforce. And also, this car has a very strong shoulder line, and also you can see some more bits of the front splitter. I'm a really big fan of this design. And then here's basically that same photo, except this photo has a black stripe on it. Tell me which spec do you think looks better, the yellow stripe or the black stripe? So far it's a tie for me, but I think I like the yellow stripe a little bit more. We'll just have to wait until May 5th to see some more specs of this car. Alright, now we're taking a bird's eye view of the rear, and the first thing you'll probably notice is that crazy rear deck lid. Looks so cool. And then also on the rear deck lid, you can also see a fin right there. Now that fin is actually for aerodynamic purposes, but it also has a camera because this does not have any rear glass on the rear window, so you definitely need that camera there. And we also can see some quad taillights. And speaking of which, let's jump right into the rear of it. Now first thing you'll notice is that ginormous crazy ducktail spoiler that this has. It's very defined on the sides of the car, but it's just absolutely massive. And then if you look closely, you can actually notice that the top of the taillights are actually covered up by that rear deck lid. It gives it a very distinct look to it. And then you have two giant outtakes near the rear wheels, very similar to the Ferrari Pistas, and then you have these little cuts and openings near the rear wheels also. And this also has a crazy diffuser, which is absolutely massive. And then next to that crazy diffuser, it also has a rectangular exhaust pipe that is pointing straight upward. That looks really cool.
Very unique.
And also, as I predicted, the front outtakes have a very similar look to the Ferrari F8 Tributo. And now here's a rear view of the right side of the car. Looks very cool also. And then here's a side profile of the car, and then here's another side profile of the car.
This is just gorgeous.
But then we have a full rear view of the Ferrari 812 VS, and you can see those rectangular exhaust pipes down there. You can see the massive diffuser, and you can see those taillights, how it's covered up on the top a little bit. Now here's the standard 812 Superfast interior, and here's the 812 VS. It's very different from the standard 812 812 Superfast. You have a newer center console area. It's very similar to the Ferrari Roma and the SF90. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the type of quilting that it has. It's just a square. It's not that unique, but this probably has some meaning behind this, and this probably saves some more weight. So now I'm just going to rate the 812 VS. The exterior styling is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely one of my newest favorite Ferraris ever made. I like the look of the taillights because it's very unique. The rear deck lid, the front hood, all look super good. I was a little skeptical about that ginormous front outtake on the front hood near the engine, but now I just actually really like it. I thought that it would ruin the elegance of the car when I first saw the leaked photo of it, but now I just think it looks really good. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the interior of this car. The main reason is because of those seats, and the second reason is because I don't really like the newer style Ferrari steering wheels. I prefer the steering wheel of the F12 and the 488, but it still looks good, and right in front of you, you will have a gauge that revs to 9,500 RPM.
Insanity.
I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees, I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west, I take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the.
Yeah, that is basically it for all the photos that we have so far of the 812 Versione Speciale. Again, Ferrari just posted these photos a few minutes ago, and I am so excited for this. When I first saw this, I was just in awe, and I was just in shock of how good it looks. Tell me what you think about the styling of the 812 Versione Speciale, and again, check out all my videos that I made about the Ferrari 812 VS. All of those videos will be linked down in the description below, and I know you'll love them. And if you love today's video, please give it a like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, because my goal is 1,000 subscribers before my birthday in 2 days. It would really mean a lot to me, and we are also traveling in 3 days to a different state to film some more supercar content for you guys, because we do have a ton of it coming up. So if you're a car fan like me, you're gonna like this channel. But anyway, that is basically it for today's video. Tell me what you think about the 812 VS. Go check out some of my other videos, but I hope to see you in a future video. Bye for now. 1900 horsepower. How you like the speedsters? Three SVJ. Insanity.